can I ask a question?
Of course.
So what's going on with y'all? I mean, what's happening with the women down here? You must be doing all right.
Hey,
What are you finding? What are you seeing? What are you liking? What are you not liking?
I'll let Tysean answer that first. I'll let him take that one down first.
You know, it's funny because a lot of it, before I even jump to the ladies, I'm going to start with myself.
Okay.
Because mainly, much of it has been me identifying what I want.
Okay.
Right? Because I think that's the most important thing. Because as long as I make a decision, regardless of all what's happening with the women out here, I truly believe that as soon as I make the decision to find a wife, I'm gonna find her very easily.
Right.
And I've dated women that have that potential, but the question is this something that I want to commit and pursue? Because I remember one of my mentors told me this. I asked him, how do I know I'm ready for marriage? And he asked me, he had a real, Socratic approach to the answer. He said, okay. He said, do you have problems that occur in your business? I said, of course I do. He said, what do you do when it happens? I said, I solve it. He said, what do you do when the solution you came up with doesn't work? He said, I create another one. He said, what if that doesn't work? He said, I'm gonna figure it out. He said, are you ever gonna throw the business away? I said, I mean, that's not even an option. I gotta figure this out. This is how I feed myself. There's no option to throw it away. He said, what happens when a problem occurs in your relationship with a young lady? I said, honestly, I think I probably need to get rid of this so I can lighten up the load.
Right.
And he said, as soon as you have that same mindset in business that you have with the women, you're not ready to get into a relationship.
Outstanding. That's great advice.
And see, I thought about that. And usually people give me this airy-fairy way to determine whether or not I'm supposed to be in a relationship. But that actually gave me something tangible for me to actually reflect on and be introspective, to think, wow, I'm not that committed to this part of my life yet. And until I'm ready to be that committed, I'm just going to be out here really dating casually and having to find women who also are on a casual basis as well. Now, the problem is dating casually, it's a lot of BS that comes with that pool. You're running into a lot of women that she either got to be in a phase in her life where she's like in this building phase where she's cool with dating casually because she's focused on something else. Or
in the retirement phase.
Yeah.
where she done been through it all.
Yeah.
She's just like done.
Or she done been through so damn much where she like, look, I don't want none of that no more. I'm tired of niggas. I'm divorced. Right. I'm this and that. And I just want to have me some fun. So it's this weird play. And if you find somebody that actually wants that, something long term, and sometimes even the women who say they don't end up wanting something long term.
Oh, they do.
That happens a lot of times.
That happens.
Now you fall into this real confusing space. And I am dating a young lady that has a lot of potential long term. And it's funny because, it makes you think and reevaluate, what do I really want? Because you either eventually at some point it's going to get to a place where you either going to have to forego this opportunity and just miss out on this and say, because for the greater good, I'm not ready for it. Or you just call an audible and make an adjustment to your plans so you can build with somebody who you deem to be qualified. So I'm still in a place right now where I'm evolving. My mindset is evolving. Every time I sit down in these interviews, I hear all these wonderful things. I learn and understand a bit better how a relationship can be beneficial to me in my growth, because myself and a lot of us in my generation still can see it as a distraction. And we still can see it as a way that can slow down my pursuit of my purpose and not necessarily add to it.
Right.
So because I'm better understanding how a good woman can come on board and we can actually expedite this thing, I'm more open to it, but I'm still undecided, Judge. I'm gonna be honest. I'm still very undecided.
That was well thought out. That was very well thought out. And a good friend, too. I love that analogy that he gave about the business.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Okay, brother.
I'm a little nervous about this one.
Just tell her you smashing and dashing. Just tell her that.
No, I'll be honest, Judge. I'll be honest. I am in a very casual, I guess, time of my life. So with us, it's, we wanting to put all our eggs in this basket, and we want to live very risky because we really, really are desiring that big payout at the end. So I just can't imagine taking on something, a person that's dynamic as a woman and kind of putting her in that situation.
Right.
Because we don't know how long it's going to last, what I mean, until that payout comes. So I do want to be in a much better situation where I have more capacity to care for that woman. And of course, when we get ready to have kids. But I have come to this place now over the past couple of years because I was one of those young men that was saying things like, I don't need to meet my father. I turned out okay. So I really had to dive deep, and get some of that introspection to now understand once I turned 18, once I became a man, so to speak, it's my responsibility now to seek this father out, right? So I've been doing that for the past couple of years. And then also understanding that it's my responsibility to handle everything that comes in front of me, Yeah. So, I'm hoping over the next couple of years we can get to where we need to be so I can then start seriously entertaining a woman for, having a future with. But right now, in the casual dating scene, I'm not even seeing that many women that I would take serious interest in, to be honest with you.
Right.
A lot of, I think their ideals come from what's seen on social media. A lot of them that I've experienced have grown up in homes like mine, so they also don't have traditions. Right. They also don't understand, what these traditional roles in the household look like. They also are like me, who have been so career driven and so success driven when it comes to being a professional, that you haven't even looked into those other things. You haven't even investigated those other parts of your life, what your relationships look like, what your mind looks like, what your health looks like, and all of those different things. So it is scary, being out there in the field from what I'm seeing. But I'm hoping that if it is true, which I think it is, that as a man thinketh, so is he, that I will be able to put myself in a position to where I'm attracting more of the women who are, along the same mindset to have this very serious relationship.
And let me add to what he said too, right before you go.
Sure, go ahead.
Another thing that there a lot of women are missing that we see, and I think probably the most important thing is what you had. It's that wise counsel. It's that wise elder, right, or elders that you can go to for genuine counsel.
Yeah, not Pookie and Ray Ray.
Not the Pookie and Ray Ray, right? Or Shaniqua and Shanice. Right, who are also single at the club, as counsel in your relationship. But people that are genuinely qualified to give you advice from a place of wisdom that you can apply and have success. I think that's one of the biggest things we missing from men and women, actually.
Absolutely.
From men and women.
Absolutely. And I think you might find, as you ascend, which I have every confidence both of you will, you're going to meet different pools of women. Because even back in the day when I was your age, you wouldn't have met me in a club. Because I was painting or building doll houses, doing bizarre stuff. But that's where you can meet different kinds of women who don't gravitate to what you already know. So as you move forward, what I just said sounded so arrogant.
No, but it's
so
true.
Sorry. I didn't mean you can ascend towards a woman like me, but I meant you can differentiate. Go different places as you move.
You are 100% right. When you go to the mall, let's say I walked into a Forever 21, it's going to be a certain type of woman there. Now, if I walk into the Louis Vuitton store, it'll be a certain type of woman in there. So I do understand.
If you walk into Magic City,
it'll be a certain type of woman in there. Right.
And if you walk into Target, it'll be me.
Okay. So I do agree with you. It's certain things that I can do to position myself to be able to meet, that woman. So yeah, I'm on the same page with you.
Yeah, just different. I always tell women to expand your dating pool by doing different things. If you're going on the same block in the same corner, you're going to meet the same cat. Go do something you've never done before, and then you'll find, oh, there's a whole different set of cats out here doing something completely different. Like,